So today, we're fishing with Captain Austin Oskey and his wife, Brittany. We're gonna be fishing the areas of Charlotte Harbor. I've never had the opportunity to fish that area, so I am so excited to see what it's all about. I fished to the north of that area and I fished to the south of that area, but I've never fished in Charlotte Harbor. I know the area is an incredible area to try and target fish in the backwater estuaries. A lot of the times I hear about that zone and I think of Boca Grande. I think of tarpon fishing out on the beach with a lot of other boats, but there's so much more to that area that I want to see. And I can't wait to get in there and cut my teeth on what it is they have to offer. I'm Captain Sam Atwell, and this is Florida Sportsman Watermen. This is, we're aiming west here, or where's the?
Yeah, right now we're aiming west, okay. And we're gonna run south over here to this island, right out front. We'll drop off on the flat.
Like a spoil island that comes out over here. Is that?
Yeah, so that's Gasparilla Island right there, little Gasparilla Island. And then next you jump over to Boca Grande, and you see the high bridges coming over into Boca Grande here. But right out there, Gulf of Mexico, man, straight shot.
Where's the pass? Right here?
Yeah, just south a little bit.
Okay.
You know, and then we got that's little Gasparilla Pass, and then south of that, you got Boca Grande, man.
It's really cool. It's really laid out so much differently than a lot of different places that you go to.
It's by far one of the most diverse fisheries I've ever been in because there's everything here, you know? And I mean, you got your flats fishing, you got your offshore fishing, you've got, you know, if you got your fly guys, you got your, you know, it's an incredible deal, dude.
And like the majority of people that live here, it's kind of like a retirement community.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like retirement. It's like all Florida,
right? But I mean, for obvious reasons. I mean, look, I mean, you got so many boats out here, and you got so many houses these guys can retire to.
Sure.
And 90% of them are, you know, accessible by water. So.
I know a lot of couples that fish in the industry, and it's actually not a real easy thing to find. The fishing lifestyle is a hard one. The hours are weird, the relationships has to be very conducive, and Austin and Brittany's is just that. She loves fishing just as much as he does, and vice versa, and so they work out exceptionally well amongst each other, and they understand. And I always used to say that your wife doesn't have to necessarily fish. She just has to understand why it is you decide to fish. But with Austin and Brittany, it's just the opposite. She fishes just as hard as he fishes. And so it's a really nice thing. It's a refreshing thing to see the two of them out on the water together as husband and wife and at their fullest abilities, you know, and have them fishing alongside of me at a rate that many other people wouldn't be able to do. It really is incredible to watch. But it's great when you guys can come out here and do this together. That's a huge deal, seriously.
Oh yeah, bro.
You know, I always tell people, your wife doesn't have to necessarily do it. She just has to understand it.
Correct.
Because a lot of people come out here and they're like, I just don't get it. We don't catch anything, you know, when I go out with them.
Oh, she's had those days with me, man, you know, where it's a real slow deal, and, you know, we've had to work harder for it. And I've told her days where I'm like, I might never bring a rod. Yeah. You know, we're just gonna go look at them. See how it gets deeper right in here.
We have a lot of scouting days.
Yeah, I mean,
try to plan out the next trip.
It's like every day you go out, really. It's always you learning something new, scouting, seeing something different.
Real, zip up.
Atta girl.
Redhead.
Fish.
Roll.
I told you your wife was gonna outfish you today.
Dude, never fails, man.
Somebody's got to do it.
Roll. Well, see, now Sam, I seen you see him up there.
Yeah.
You know, and she threw it right on top of him.
Oh yeah. I thought it looked good. Sure enough.
Bring him to the left side. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, dude.
That a girl?
Oh, good hook set, man.
How pretty.
Someone's been eating crustaceans.
Pretty.
Pretty.
Like a perfect little specimen.
Dude, and this is what we've been catching now, these mullet, man. They kind of just hang out like they're fam, you know?
It's almost like the same size too, though.
Right.
You know, it's so hard to distinguish like the mullet from the redfish on the shoreline. But you called it. You said if you find the mullet,
Found the mullet,
find the redfish.
caught a redfish. You gonna give him a fish kiss? Mwah! See you, boy.
Nice job.
All right.
Well
Hey,
done.
guess what? We can only upgrade from there.
That's right.
This segment is brought to you by Badfish. Captain approved tackle delivered.
Pretty much called it though. We came up here, you said the redfish are gonna be with the mullet.
Right.
And sure enough, she hooked the first fish
Of course.
out of the school of mullet.
Of course.
If you were planning to come here and had never been here before, what are you looking for to maximize your success on the water?
Well, so this time of year, what we're looking for today is the mullet. And we're kind of looking for areas with mullet that are in this mixed scatter bottom up by the mangrove trees or out here along the edges of the Z bars. And what you want to do is the ideal situation would be to have them all together like we have here. We have, you know, an area that's jammed up, you know, the mullet are jammed up next to these sandbars because they can't come over across. And we're just, you know, targeting with artificials, you know, or like what we're doing with shrimp and pinfish today.
How many years did it take you to figure out how to fish this area?
You know, I was fortunate.
Fish it well, fish it consistently.
I was fortunate enough to be able to fish with a lot of really good captains that have kind of taught me along the way.
Mentors, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've kind of just learned over the time like that, but just doing a lot of research, man. You know, I watch a lot of shows and, you know, you read enough magazines and eventually you start figuring some stuff out. But local knowledge is by far the best thing you can have. And what I would recommend to anybody that's coming to a new area to fish and they want to be successful, hire a local captain. Somebody that's on the water every day. That's the best way to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Go out with somebody who spends the time, because most people's time value is such that for them to come out and to figure this thing out like you did,
Oh yeah,
it takes a long time.
correct.
And somebody could go out with you for a half a day, a full day, typically, and save themselves a lot of time.
Oh yeah, no doubt,
You
man.
know, and learn the way that you fish a certain area and then reapply that. You can reapply these same things to just about everywhere in the state of Florida.
Exactly. And again, a lot of things like you can learn by reading and you know, but actually going out and doing and learning what to look for, that takes years of experience, you know, and that's stuff that you can get from a captain, you know. So,
It's a place to start for sure.
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
But this, you know, this spot's so much more different than so many at the same time. You know, it's got its similarities, but
Right.
yet if I were to come here and look at this flat and you weren't on board and your wife, somebody's got to catch the fish
Correct.
here.
Yeah, I was
You
just
know
saying.
that. And if I were to come here though, it all looks good.
Right.
It all looks like there would be fish.
And you'll
there.
find that in a lot of areas in this state, you know, especially Charlotte Harbor. A lot of our shorelines look fantastic. It's learning what to look for that are going to have those fish, you know.
Makes sense.
As soon as I hand her the pole to walk back,
She's like, let me show you how it's done.
let me just show you how you do this. Oh, it's a tank. Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
Nice fish.
Oh, the tail stand. Oh, she
Head
made it
stand.
through. She made it through, dude. Look at that thing. It is,
All about that fish fat.
it is pissed off. Is it me or did I just turn around and hear it? Zzz?
She's tight. And it's a decent one. I think that's the biggest one of the day.
It might be. It might be. Nice job, man. Keep it going. No, dude, I got distracted. It's a remora, bro.
Is it?
Check
That's
it out.
how you know it's a decent sized fish, when it's got another fish living on it.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that crazy?
Good job, Brittany.
Dude, killing it.
Well done.
Killing it. Who brought you?
Secret weapon. Brittany, when you guys are going and fishing mangroves, obviously to most people all this stuff looks the same. You know, you look at this section, and yeah, it's a little different, right? It goes into a point, and there's obviously that big, you know, kind of branch that comes out there, and the roots kind of look different right there. But most all this really does look the same. But how do you determine where to fish and where not to fish?
So I mean, obviously, we're looking for mullet. We're looking for, you know, pinfish up here. One thing I like to look for when I'm fishing mangrove shorelines is an escape. You know, because it's pretty shallow under those bushes. Oh, getting bit. It's pretty shallow under those bushes, so they want deep water to escape to. And if they don't have that, they kind of just get trapped up there, you know? So any kind of fish like a redfish or a snook could feel, you know, unsafe or something up there, you know? And dolphin can easily come up there and pick them off. But when they have a deep water escape route, they can, correct, yeah, they feel a little bit happier, you know? I had a guy tell me one time, you always want to find happy fish. So whatever environment they're in there, they're happy.
Yeah, they're just comfortable. Looking back on it all, I cannot believe the fishery that they have, despite the publicity that they have in regards to the Caloosahatchee waterway and the red tide that they have been plagued with, unfortunately. I cannot picture that area prior to the issues that they have currently, because when I went there and I watched the waterways and I looked at the shorelines and I looked at the fisheries, I can't imagine it necessarily being any better.
This segment is brought to you by Stewart and Alamorada Boatworks, from flats to fathoms. Florida Sportsman Watermen is sponsored in part by these fine companies.
See, I thought they were a little smaller than that.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
I mean, for a lot of your clients, that's a day maker.
Dude, day maker.
You know?
Pound for pound, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. Hardest fighting fish.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. This thing's, oh man.
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know.
I've seen a big flash, dude.
I don't know if it was a jack. It kind of hit like a redfish.
Oh, I can't boat with him. Come here, buddy.
Yeah, it's a decent fish.
Decent, man, you know? Catch 100 of these, I guarantee you your arms will be tired.
The fish teaches people how to fight saltwater fish well. You know, guys that are coming from other places that, I'm sure you get it a lot. You got, you know, clients that say, well, do I have to know what I'm doing in order to come here and fish?
No.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't, man. You catch a, like I call warm-up fish, you know, and that's a great one, you know? Catch a couple warm-up fish, figure out the bite, dude.
Knock the dust off. Definitely some big ones in here. If you see them from 50 feet away, and
they're
like
tanks, dude.
You know, submarine.
Yeah, and you know we're not even. Oh, I just got bit again.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah.
Dude, they keep running at me quick. All right. Dude, you know what? It's a sheepy, dude. Different species.
No kidding.
Yep. Finally. I was like, where are we gonna catch one? It's a good one too, man.
That's a solid one.
Jailbreak.
The old jailbird. That's a solid one.
That's a big one, dude.
Gonna have to get some close-ups of that guy.
Join us for this week's On the Conservation Front as we dive deeper into critical water issues facing the state.
Mangroves, be it red, white, black mangrove, buttonwood, it's called the do-it-all tree. You have any idea why that would be?
No, sir, no idea.
When you think about what mangroves are, they're basically structure that builds land. Florida or anywhere else in the world where you have tropical, subtropical waters, it makes refuge for fish. The leaf fall is the basis for the food chain. You know, when all the leaves drop, it's detritus, it rots. That's what all the little animals and critters and crabs and shrimp, copepods eat. So it's a food tree. It feeds the food cycle, the food web. It provides refuge for the critters and game fish. Everything that comes to mangroves. It is a land builder, an erosion stopper. It's protection against hurricane surges, you know, so it's the most important, probably most important habitat in our state for sure, Florida.
Interesting.
With seagrass.
Interesting.
You look at mangroves and you know, as an angler, you want to fish in the mangroves,
Phenomenal
right?
fishing.
And think of some of the fisheries. What comes to your mind? The first fisheries you think
Snook.
of are mangroves, snook, snook, and redfish and everything else. Mangroves in Florida have also posed problems because Florida develops and wants to build and mangroves get in the way. And so for a long time, they were just taken out without any thought about what that did to the ecosystem. Mangroves today, now that we have some protection, there's some protection against them, about killing them and taking out, but trimming is allowed. So it's interesting. But they're super resilient tree. They were a defense against hurricanes, side fishing. And I personally saw Hurricane Andrew come to Biscayne Bay. I was out in that bay 10 days after Hurricane Andrew, and some of those pristine, old age mangroves, reds, were totally stripped. There was not a leaf on mangroves for 8 miles along Biscayne Bay. And we thought, these things are dead. You go to the same spot today, you can't tell it was a Hurricane Andrew. They all came back. It's not always the case, but they all came back and they grew back and it was like nothing ever happened.
This segment is brought to you by Engel. Live Original.
I just want a big V-wake, dude.
Did you see how many redfish came out of those mangroves?
Honestly, I lost count, dude. It's hard to say.
It was nuts.
It's like every little mangrove point we come up on, dude, there's like 5 or 6 fish that come out.
I'm sure.
It's crazy.
Redfish, snook. I mean, it's really those two on this one stretch, but I've honestly lost track of how many fish have you know, been by the boat here. I mean, it's amazing how well they hide up in those roots right there. They just disappear. They back right in like it's a car
Dude,
in a garage.
how many times have we just kind of been creeping? I mean, not even using the trolling motor, letting the wind blow us down.
Sure.
And we're looking in the mangroves because we know that's where they're at. They're hiding in those roots, you know?
Yep.
And 5 or 6 fish come out right in front of us.
Right where you're looking.
Yeah.
You know, plain as day, gin clear water.
Oh my God, right here in front of the boat, guys.
Bluebird skies.
They're following my top water.
Follow my top water.
Yeah, dude. Rip one 12 o'clock.
We were trolling motoring down the shoreline, and we had consistent shots at redfish and snook. Snook of breeding size, very, very, very large snook, female snook, and consistent red fishing throughout this entire shoreline, all of which was side casting, all of which was gin clear water. And it really, really made me appreciate where I was. Look at, you guys are like the dream couple. I mean, how many other Americans and individuals around the world would want to have their wife out here catching fish right by them? You know,
Oh, dude, it's insane.
There's nothing better than that.
It's insane, man. And we love it. We love every minute out here. It's
plain as day, you know, and quite honestly.
Good, man. And like I tell her all the time, and she's really starting to pick this up too. It's like our getaway.
Yeah.
You know, nothing matters out here.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a vacation in
It
your backyard.
is, dude. And you need that. With all the stress in today's world.
That's right.
Forget about all the stress and
I agree.
enjoy your time.
Dude, they're following me up every
What was
cast.
that?
Got him. Got him. Got him. Good job, dude. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, one. Keep casting. Keep casting.
Cast away.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. Get him.
Go. Little.
So you'll follow him up with this
That'd be cool, huh?
Yeah, bro, that'd be insane.
They dig and dig and dig, and they's got nowhere to even dig. You know, it's so dang shallow in here.
Baby, come up here.
A little bigger than the last one. You guys are awesome.
Great time, dude.
Had so much fun. Oh my gosh. So many mangroves, so many shorelines, so many flats.
So many fish, man.
So many fish. I lost count a long time ago.
Sometimes too many.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a good problem to have.
It's like, where do you throw? You throw here, 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 here.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane, man.
Yeah.
So
Awesome,
many
bud.
different kinds of fish.
I just can't recommend you guys enough and can't thank you guys enough for having us. It was an absolute pleasure.
I appreciate that,
Yeah,
man. We
yeah.
had a great time, dude. Anytime.
I sincerely mean it. It was outstanding.
I was just happy we were able to show you the fishery that is Charlotte Harbor, man. I mean, it is extremely diverse, like we talked about. You know, so many options, so many different styles of fishing. I mean, we probably did 20 different styles of fishing, you know?
Every spot we went to, we saw fish all day long.
Fishing trees, fishing shorelines, you know, that are stacked up with, you know, banks that, you know, cause bowls like we were talking about, that landlock fish, get them stuck in there.
Just like I told you, I don't make that up when I say it's been, I saw things today I don't think I've ever seen. And that's pretty hard to say. You know, it's not an easy thing to say.
When you fish for a living and you see things you don't see every day,
right?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and
Awesome,
when I can say too that for certain individuals, for you know, to go out and fish with somebody instead of like, you know, going out myself and be like, I can do this, you know, but having you show me exactly how to go through this whole area, it's not like anywhere else, you know. And without you on the boat, man, woo, everything looks good here.
You'd have caught him.
Nah.
You'd have caught him, man.
No, not like
You'd
this.
have caught him,
No,
dude.
not like this.
You would have caught him, man.
No, it was awesome.
What do you think, man? We gotta head to the house?
Well, let's go back to the barn. Wash
Call her
the
a
boat
day?
up,
Wrap it up.
call it a day.
Excellent, dude. Let's do it.